Just keep fighting for me and keep showing your love and support.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Becca, you're muted. You're muted, Becca. Fun on the internet late at night. She says 1 second. Hi, everyone. Hi, Sean.
Good morning, Jinx.
How are you?
I've had better days.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a bit rough at the
That's true
minute.
of everybody, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear anything. Talk to me.
Can
There
you hear me
are.
now?
Yes, I had to turn up my volume.
Cool.
You hanging in there?
Well, I'm not doing I'm trying. You know, it is what it is, I suppose.
Yeah.
Still smoking, but
Oh.
you know.
So am I. I keep saying every day I'm going to quit, and I don't.
I mean, even if I...
Okay, now can you hear me?
There you are. Hi, Becca.
Hi, Becca.
Sorry, it does this thing where it plays it all over again, so all I could hear was the song again.
Oh.
So that's why
Maybe
I was
because
like,
you had the
just
volume
1 minute.
on.
Hi, guys.
Good morning.
It's a very sad life we're having right now. And I hope that if BeeBee can be hearing us right now, she is.
Hi, Bee. I love you, Bee.
I hope she's there.
Yeah. We love you, BeeBee.
I do know that her daughter was going to try to play it for her, but there's no guarantee that she's awake right now. It is 12:30 in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I had to schedule it now, which works for Sean, though, right, Sean?
Well, it's just a pure stroke of luck, really. That I woke up when I did, and because I have trouble sleeping just at the minute, I thought I'd come in and have a cup of tea, switch on, and I just found Jinx. I got a link from Jinx, purely, you know, just a stroke of luck. That's all it was. So I thought, well, I won't go to bed. I've been a bit of a bastard, really, because I've kind of neglected all of my friends and everyone else. And I've known that Bee's not been well for a long time. But I didn't realise just how bad. And it's only the last few days I'm beginning to realise sort of the seriousness of her situation. And I feel a bit shitty for not getting in touch with it. You know.
Sean, we love you, and you don't have to feel bad anything, okay?
I think Bee distanced herself a little bit too from the community because of her illness. So, I mean, we did our best to keep in touch with her and figure, you know, to keep everyone sort of informed on what was going on.
We know.
Hi, Sammy.
Hi, how are
Sammy?
you? How's it going?
Yeah. Hey, Sammy.
Same stuff, different day.
I'm gonna try
You
and
know-
get my earpiece on here.
You know, Sean, that like when us girls used to talk about who our internet husbands were, and believe me, none of you husbands got to choose. You know, Bee's husband was Sean.
Listen,
who she
keep
would
your
say.
voices down. I've got 7 wives outside the room. They
Oh,
can
I
hear you.
better shush.
Right, be very careful.
You'll get them all jealous.
Uh-oh.
Well, you know,
Well,
That's all
I'm
right.
happy to see you, Sean, no matter.
thank you. It's good to see you. I just wish it could have been under better circumstances,
Hold on.
really.
I know. That's what's really it's really hard. I don't like saying goodbyes either. So like the thought of making some sort of like goodbye message is really hard. But I do believe in see you laters.
Catch you on the flip
You know?
side. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. I believe that we'll all see each other again in another way.
Yeah.
And
Problem getting my earpiece to work.
and I don't think she wouldn't want us up here crying or anything, even though I'm going to probably start crying here in a minute anyway. So it's like, sorry, BeeBee, you're just gonna have to get over it.
What did she say, Sammy? That's a
Hold
you
on,
problem.
I think Sammy's having connection issues. Hold on.
Yeah, she's having headphone issues, it sounds like. Well, Bee, if you're listening, if your
let me
daughter's
try something.
listening, our hearts are out with you. We love you. We're sending you hugs. If anything,
I love you, Bee.
we need to send you off with all that baggage of love. That's what we need to send you off with on your journey.
Well, I want to talk about some of the stuff that, like, her and I spent all of our time on the, in the room, in the chat, all the time, day after day. And she was just really great at calming me down because I'm like drama queen, And so she was all the time calming me down or helping me have a different thought process when I was
Yes.
stressing. And I liked her quirky little things, how convenient, she would say.
Yep.
She had a amazing way of like calming us and trying to talk us through things.
Because of the time difference. I mean, I'm about 6 hours in front of Wisconsin, and so I always operated to a different sort of time frame to America, and I'd switch on in the daytime, and it didn't matter whether it was morning, noon, or night. Sometimes I'd go onto the Discord chat room. Bee was always there.
Yep.
And she would sit there for hours and hours and hours, often alone, just sitting there waiting for someone to come in. And it's through that really that we built a connection. And it was through that connection that I became involved in foul play in the first place. She introduced me to everyone, brought me into the group, and I'd say we became great friends. I mean, as great a pair of friends you can, I suppose, across a telephone line, across an ocean, And she was always there for me. We'd sit and have some conversations just about any old shit, really, just what's going on in our daily lives and stuff like that. But she was great. I always felt that there was someone there that I could pop into and talk to when I was feeling down or lonely, amazing. She was always there, and I do miss her. I miss all of you. You know,
I miss you too. Yeah, it's been a while. It has. She's always been, BeeBee has always uplifted me, no matter what situation she might have going on. And let me tell you, if somebody popped in that room and had questions about the case, she could tell you pretty much anything and everything about it.
yeah,
Yep.
And if she couldn't give you enough information fast enough, she would tell you where to go to find it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Very knowledgeable human being.
very.
She
Yeah.
had a great sense of humor.
Yes,
I mean,
she did.
she's in Wisconsin.
Yes,
so
she does.
she
Yeah.
was
I mean-
sort of, you know, she was local, really. I mean, a lot more local than most of us
Yes.
when all of this was taking off, you know. And it's just, she put in more time, I think, on Foul Play Discord group in that chat room. Like I say, she was there every day. She would often sit there for hours and hours and hours on end, and it didn't matter who you were, whatever your point of view was, or whatever your beliefs were. She was always there, and she'd always be willing to talk to you. And
Yep.
it's just, yeah, yeah.
The
very
voice,
strong.
the voice for Foul Play, the channel, the voice channel hasn't been the same without Bee.
Oh well, yeah.
She's been,
Yeah.
you know, we've been missing her for months in the voice.
Yeah.
You know, she's
Well, I
she
have to
really helped
say,
me too through some rough times. And more recently,
BeeBee has always been there for every last one of us.
Yep.
Yeah, she-
Every last one of
yeah.
us. And I want to say thank you, BeeBee, and I love you so very much. And I'm incredibly sad that we're losing you. I really am. But I also know that the journey you're about to take will be magnificent for you. And I love you.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a little jealous of you, Bee, because you're gonna have all the answers that we're all wanting to know so badly. You know,
I'm sorry.
I hope she comes and tells us the answers.
Right. Come to us in dreams and tell us.
Yes,
I was
come visit.
we need to get a Ouija board, and then we'll have to ask her who. What
I'll
is
be
the
doing my what do you call those? The dowsing rods.
yeah? We'll
I
have,
stay away from that Ouija board.
Divining rods, yeah.
and then we joked, and she'd say the one thing that she would say back to us is "came in a box, left in a box."
Yes. Yes.
How
Exactly.
convenient! How convenient!
Oh. She wanted us to celebrate her always. So I know that in this time that I hope that she's hearing this, that she knows how very loved she is and how much I think of her every day.
Yeah.
We all do.
We're all born to die. That's the end of it. The difference, I think, what differentiates us is what we bring to the lives of others in the time that we've got here. And B was always there for everybody. And I think, you know, I'm sitting here at the moment feeling a bit sorry for myself. I've got my own problems and everything else, but I feel really bad about neglecting all of you guys, you know, B and all the rest of you. And it's just, I can't help that. That's just who I am. I've always been a bit of a recluse. I've always been a bit distant from everyone. And I've always had sort of difficulty in expressing how I felt, you know. Typical man issues, really, you might say for some people. But, you know, it's I'm really sorry that I didn't sort of reach out to B when I had the chance. And they say that if you love someone, you should tell them. But you got to tell them while you got the chance, because it's too late when you stood at their funeral. You know, they need to, and I'm really sorry about that. You know, I'll live with that with shamefully is.
Now, I've been around when you have told her how much you love her. So I know that you have.
I mean,
This
I
is
love you
your
all. You know,
opportunity to do so now.
you've all been such a fantastic group of people to me. You've always sort of supported me. You've always been there to listen to my troubles and all the rest of it, you know. And honestly can't express to you how grateful I am for that, you know. But now I find that I'm in a bit of a pickle myself. I'm not in the best of health, and I'm wondering how long I've got left because I'm in a really bad way myself.
Well, I'm glad you came today,
It's
Sean.
you know.
Well, no matter what, happens, tomorrow we'll always love you just as much as we loved you.
Guys, you've always been fantastic, and I've got the utmost respect for everything that you do here. You know, you give of yourself unconditionally, and you're just an amazing bunch of people. You really are. I've got the utmost respect for all of you, and I love you very deeply. I might not always have sort of the ability to let you know that at times, but I just want you to know that in case I don't get an opportunity to let you know.
We love you too, and miss you very much. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
So what's going on in the chat there? Because I can't see it.
Naz is here. He says,
Yeah.
He says hello.
He said bulletproof tarp.
Is that something she used to say? I don't remember that one.
I don't remember that one either, but he said that came in a box, left in a box.
Yes, she used to say there was a bulletproof tarp. You don't remember that? Oh yes, that was one of her favorites.
That's
yes,
funny.
that's one of BeeBee's favorites was the bulletproof tarp.
Bulletproof tarp.
I'll never forget that.
That must have been something she said. I don't remember her saying that. I remember the how convenient and came in a box and left in a box. Those are the two I remember. By the way, B, if you are listening, here is an update on the case. We're still waiting for answers.
Right.
We're still waiting on Judge Ange to file her decision. So if you're curious, that's what we're doing. And Becca would have more information on Brendan, right? Might as well update her about what she loved to talk about.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she often talked about how, even in moments like this, she wanted to still be on voice and still hear us talking about the case and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah.
They're losing a good supporter. That's for fucking sure.
One of the strongest supporters that this group will ever know. Actually,
yep.
She's put in more donkey work than any other member, in my opinion. She's absolutely a stalwart of the supporters sort of community, and I think it's very under sort of appreciated. She's a trooper, a real soldier. She's been there, and she's never stopped believing.
And I'm so glad that she got to go rally with us in 2021, and we got to meet her.
Yeah.
And Sammy got to meet her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And give her hugs in person. And
yeah. That was the best rally year, I think. Like, I enjoyed the last rally that I went to, but I think all of us in the same house and all of the stress and anxiety and the fighting, and then even with all the laughs and the bonding, and it was a really great time.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
Having everybody there and just, everybody.
And she had that picture of her that she had. She's like, you got to put Bernie Sanders in behind me with him sitting there with his gloves.
Yeah.
So I did make that for her.
Yeah. Yeah. If I could go back to time, that would be. That would be the time to go back to.
Yep. Just sitting on that porch at that house in the back smoking. talking
Yeah, everybody's
and
sitting
just
there.
enjoying ourselves while, in the in-between times. I didn't get to
Yeah.
go for as long as everyone else, but the 2 days I was there, I had a great time. I was so glad to be there.
It was funny. I was so stressed out, and I was and the whole time, BeeBee's like, just take a puff. Just she's trying to get me to. She was trying to get me to smoke the pot, and I kept saying
No.
and I kept saying no, and I don't like to share. I don't like cooties, and then towards that last couple of nights, I just was so frustrated with a lot of stuff that was happening that I just was standing on the porch, and she like kind of coyly like put it up to me, and she's like, "I washed it off for you if you want to take it."
Aw, that was nice.
She's like, "I washed it off for you if you," and I was like, "You know what? Fuck it."
Remember, she was trying to take home one of those kitty cats.
Yeah, she was trying to take home the
She
three.
was like, yeah, she was like, I want to take him home. He needs to come home with me.
Like, that poor cat. Oh my gosh. Then we were trying to tell her, like, it's probably used to being here. It's okay.
We didn't want the owners to report us for
Kidnapping. Kidnapping.
Adopting their barnyard cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put
No,
a
that
couple
was-
of pictures of from the rally that year in her room. Foul play.
Oh, here, let me.
One of them is like an accidental picture. I must have taken it because you see my finger in it, and it's like of nothing. It's like Bee's kind of in it, and Becca's kind of in it, and some other guy I don't know, and like the beach behind it. And I'm like, what did I take this for?
You're like, yeah, so here's a picture of my thumb and BeeBee.
Not even looking at the camera, I don't think.
No, I don't think so. But those are my favorite kind of pictures, believe it or not, are the pictures of when you catch somebody in a moment,
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Somebody got hiccups? Do we need to go boo?
And just I drank some soda, try to keep me up because
Yeah.
I apologize about the time. But it is what it is.
He knows you're a night person.
Yeah,
You usually work nights,
yeah,
so
I am. Let me see. This is a good picture.
I just want to tell her kids to Dory, Will, Zach, and Jeremy that we're thinking about you. And our hearts go out to you. We love you. We wish we could be there to give you big hugs. And thank you for sharing these messages with Bee while she can still hear them, because that means a lot too to some of us, especially me.
It's nice to.
She's gonna be missed so much.
I know I can
I remember though her saying that, when her time came, that if I had a problem with it, she was like, that's a you problem, not a me problem. And I was like, oh my gosh, really? So I don't feel like this, this is something that her and I talked last year, and she knew she was not well, and that this was not going to end well. But, she did her very best to hang in there and to fight the good fight. And I'm really proud of you, baby. I really am. I am so proud of you as a human being, no matter what. You've helped me through so much. You've always been there for me for as long as I've known you, which has been many years now, which I'm shocked have passed so fast. And I want to tell you how much you are loved and appreciated every day, and how much you matter.
To everyone who knew you.
Yeah.
You really do. I mean, I've had Dark sends her love. I know she's been thinking about you. Disco's been asking and sends her love. Jazznaz is here sending his love. So many others. Susan, Zoe, Silkman, Linda. Linda sends her love. I can't think of any more names off the top of my head.
I'm sorry if you guys see me looking up. I'm trying to catch comments on my screen on the TV because I can't catch them on my phone, but I'm not seeing it.
I was watching the I was listening to the Foul Play program a few hours ago, about 6 hours ago, on YouTube, and they did actually dedicate episode 9 to BeeBee. So everyone is thinking of you, girl. Don't worry about that. You're not forgotten. And whilst I might not have been in touch, I do think of you a lot, all the time. I might not be able to show. I might not be the cleverest at showing it sometimes, but I do think of you a lot, all of you. Jinx, you know that. I've always got you in my heart, always.
No, we talk occasionally, me and you. I reach out now and then. Make you poke me back so I know you're there. We got Kelly here. Kelly Cole says hello, and Catnet. Catnet sends her love.
Hi, Kelly. Hi, Catnet.
Here's the pictures that we have of BeeBee from Raleigh.
Yeah, let's
to talk about them.
There's the one with my finger in it.
Yeah. There's me and my phone too. I think I was on live, wasn't I?
I think you were.
Yeah.
When are you guys going live?
Yeah.
When are you guys going live? When are you guys going live?
You did a lot of lives.
Yeah, that was a busy week.
Mm-hmm. That was Raleigh, three places that year.
And there's the group one with the really awesome banner that Sammy made.
Yep.
That's still my favorite banner. And then here's this one.
That's at the Bernston candy shop when we went.
Yeah. And then
there's chocolates and stuff. And that's the picture I used to put Bernie Sanders in behind her. Sitting up close and personal with her. I did. And I made him right behind her.
Yep. All right.
Catnet says, "Miss you, Sean."
Thank you. I appreciate it. I miss you all. I've been very neglectful of you all, but I've been going through a difficult time, and my depression has sort of gotten the better of me, really. And my way of dealing with that is always to have withdrawn, because there's nothing worse for me than sort of putting that load on other people. Is one of us depressed? I don't need anyone else to feel depressed just because I'm having a bad day. We all have bad days, and I've never really felt it was fair to put that on other people. So
see, but that's where you're wrong,
why I've always stepped back from things, and
you're not putting it on
myself.
us. You know that, right? You're not putting it on us.
That,
all you're doing is unloading it from yourself, which I think is a good thing to do. So if you ever need to talk or anything, you know where I am. Is all I'm.
But by definition, when you sort of unload that burden, all you're doing is you're transferring that burden to someone else. And anyone who's got any sort of understanding of depression, chronic depression, you can't know about it and not be affected by it. So I've always been of the opinion that when someone asks you how you're feeling, don't just say, "Oh, I'm okay, I'm fine," for the sake of it, because people can see straight through that,
Yes.
and they know. And the minute you turn around and you lie to them, they know there's something wrong. But there are two issues there. First of all, they feel that there's something wrong with the relationship, whereas you can't be honest and tell them how you're feeling. And the second is it makes them feel just as bad as you feel. So there's two for the price of one. And it's not fair to do that. I've always tried to step back and try to deal with it myself. There's no need for more people to feel depressed just because I'm in a bad way. Do you know what I mean? And that's my thinking of it anyway. It's been really difficult for me over the years, and it's taken a huge toll on me. It's sort of affected my physical health and everything else. That's all coming to a head now. It's I'll deal with it. I'm not doing very well of managing it, but it's just the way it is. I don't want to unload that burden onto someone else because it's not fair. You've got your families, you've got your lives to live with.
Nah, you can come to me anytime, so you know. We do worry about you. I worry about you.
Yep.
You know I
we do.
worry about you. I reach out to you worried about you. I'd rather you tell me your BS and be in my life than do it alone.
Well, I'd never mislead you, or I'd never I'd never give you any bullshit. Jinx, any time we've ever kind of had our conversations in the middle of the night, I've always been straight up with you, and I've always told you exactly how I'm feeling. And I appreciate you being there. I really do. I love you.
As long as you know I love you.
Make no mistake about that.
We love you, Sean.
I know you are. I know.
Whether or not you be stubborn about it or not.
Well, I've always been a bit of a donkey in that respect,
No, you're not a donkey.
Well,
here's one. All right. So it took me a minute to upload the rest of these, but here's one.
Oh yes.
That's at Calumet County, right? Like that's that a lot, right?
Yeah.
The world is watching.
I loved the posters with the googly eyes. Those were Linda's, I think.
Yeah, that was Linda's.
Yep.
She did that. And then here's this one I snuck.
Remember when all of like Calumet County all locked their doors and stuff because you and a couple of other people like me and Sammy were outside in front of the building.
We were screaming.
The big scary crowd, 5 of you.
Yeah. Hey, look, I got a big mouth, so I was echoing off of the building.
Poor Uyghur was having a heart attack inside.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, this one was taken at, I believe we were at Carla's house, and I'm a picture person, so I snuck a picture of BeeBee and Sammy.
I like that picture of us. That's cool. I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm a picture person. If I go out in public with you, expect me to take pictures. So. And then there's
make sure you're not picking your nose because she might just get you at your natural.
Tree and BeeBee.
Yeah.
And then here's another picture I snuck.
That's the house that they stayed in, the rally house.
Yep,
that was a nice place. I remember there was that big thing in the backyard, and we were drinking the moonshine.
And you tried to write it?
I didn't try to, but it definitely was tempting.
It
looked like a big, huge blue ball that you could go.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna ride that ball or something like that, and I'm like, that's pretty.
And I was like, "Is it?"
Like, no, that's a balloon.
Oh,
I think we're BeeBee was like, "Yeah, go for it. Live your dream."
She was like, "Go do it." I was like, "No." I've obviously got some beer goggles on.
And then here's one that she posted in Discord.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite pictures of her.
Yeah, me
She
too.
kind of looks like she's gonna be doing something devious. I'm up to no good.
Well, she was always up to something, whether it was good or not. She said was nobody's business.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah. She was
It says, "We miss you and love you, Sean. You
Oh,
are
that's it,
never a burden." That's so
Well,
true.
There are some who might disagree with you on that point. I've always felt like I've sort of been a bit of excess baggage, you know. It's
No.
no one wants
You
to
know
be
something
around.
though, I think from time to time we all get to feeling that way.
No one
I
wants
really
to,
do.
no one wants a miserable old bugger wrapped around them, you know, because all it tends to do is sort of bring the mood down. And you know, I've always felt that, and that's why I've always been a bit, I wouldn't say a bit of a loner, but that's why I've always kept myself to myself, you know, and getting involved with the foul play team and making a murderer sort of support community. For a while, it did bring me out of myself, and it, you know, built my confidence, made me feel better about myself, gave me something to believe in that I felt was worth fighting for.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it was great, you know, but others, I had other stuff going on as well. And it, you know, life just became really quite difficult. So that's why I stepped back, you know, and it's taken over the years of depression and everything else, it's taken a bit of a heavy toll on me, and you know, it's weighed heavy. But I've never wanted to be a burden. That's why I stepped back, because people have got their own lives to live. They don't need to be worrying about me. You know, I've no real. The only thing I've got to bring to the table is an opinion. You know, it's not like
That's all we all have, really.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Gotta
right.
keep talking.
And of course, I mean, I'm 3,000 miles from you guys, so I mean, you know.
Yeah.
What do you
That's
think
what
about going to the rally this year, Sean? They're having one out there in the UK.
Well, I wanted to go to the rally last year. I met up with Stacey and Mark Hodnott
Yes.
in London. We had a coffee together. I was actually planning on getting to Westminster, but on the day I just didn't feel up to it. I wasn't strong enough, and so I wasn't able to get there. However much I would have loved to have been there and sort of mixed in with a group and everything else, you know. But I don't think I can do it anymore.
Yeah.
I was my doctors have sort of given up on me really to some point. There's only so much that they can do, you know. So
Yeah.
what happened was they referred me to a hospice, which is not too far from where I live. I had a couple of I had a few appointments down there, but even there, so what they were trying to do was provide like therapy courses, education courses to try to help me manage my condition. It's just, you know, it's COPD. It's a smoking related disease. It's progressive. I'm still smoking, so you know, there's not a lot anyone can do really. That's just the way it is. So unfortunately, you know.
Hey, Becca,
Yeah.
would you mind sharing some of those other pictures you just posted? Oh,
More.
and is it okay into BeeBee's room? And it would be okay for foul play to use them in a video?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're fine with. I'm fine with that too, Catnet. You can use what I posted in her in her room.
You said I were in foul play, weren't they?
The ones I posted, yes, but if you have any that you have, are
Oh,
in
I
there.
posted a whole bunch in there.
Oh, okay. So she wants to know if it's okay if they use them in the video.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, anything I post in there you can use. Did I not? Oh, maybe I didn't post them all. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Let me do that. Yeah, no, yeah, anything they want to use like that. I think that it would be awesome to have a video. Bye.
I know Linda said she was going to be working on something too, so.
Yeah, I remember that. There, Naz is inviting you down there.
Yeah, they're having another rally this year, so if you feel up to it, on July 8th at 6 a.m., they're going to, where is it, London?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Parliament Square. Yeah.
So. I know Bee was happy she got to go to the one. She always told us that this was going to be her last trip too, was the rally.
Yeah.
I'm glad she got to go.
Me too. It was really awesome to see her and see everybody. And
we can thank, this case for bringing us all together,
Yeah.
Stephen and the shit that is the Making a Murderer case, and with what happened with Stephen and Brendan, it really has created a community that I've built some good, strong friendships in, and I appreciate that.
And actually, it's good to see that kind of close-knit core of people are still at it. You're still sort of together, still working hard to bring awareness to the situation, and it's really good to see. A lot of these things tend to fall apart after a while, and it's good to see that. Like last night, Dr. Silkman, they were talking about the arrest of Stephen for the Penny Bernstein case, and all of that group of people. Whilst there are lots of new names and all the rest of it getting involved, it's good to see that core group of people still sort of pulling together for the same, in the same way that they always have. It's really heartening to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to say that BeeBee put in so much work and time and effort in the foul play.
Yep.
That it made them into what you see today. And if it wasn't for, BeeBee, Sammy, Dr. Silkman, Zoe, then we wouldn't have such a strong group like foul play. Still gaining interest in the case. Like, they have good steady numbers in their lives, and
BeeBee was definitely a people person. She is a people person. She always was. And I feel like, that was the biggest, like, she was the strongest character for foul play. And I think when she started getting unwell, it just became, more, I don't know how to put it, not controversial, but it was just difficult for her,
Well,
but she is a people person. Yeah.
When your health starts to decline, and sometimes you have to slip away from the community to take care of yourself. So,
right.
Yeah.
No hard feelings that's what she did,
But I think she neglected herself.
Yep.
for the cause. She would, where she should have taken a bit of time to step back a bit earlier, perhaps. She kept at it, kept trooping on. She was all, like I say, she was always there, and she'd be sat there for hours, often on her own, absolutely solitary, no one coming in or anything else. Didn't matter who you were, though. When you did pop in, she'd engage with you, and she was absolutely fantastic in that respect. She'd talk to anyone and everybody about virtually anything, and she'd sit there and listen. As long as you had something to say, she'd sit there and she'd listen to you. Absolutely fantastic human being, absolutely wonderful person.
Yeah, she really was. She had so much life experience that you could literally talk to her about anything, and she'd have a story or a situation or something
Beautiful spirit. Yeah.
That she could tell you about that would be helpful.
She'd always try to lift the mood and sort of,
she always did,
not share the burden, but she'd always try to lift your spirits and raise your, get your chin up, sort of thing, put a smile on your face, sort yourself out, great spirit.
Yeah. She was the lighthouse for Discord Voice and for Discord in general. Like she was always
she was
very
dedicated. She was the first one in every day or the last one out. She might come and go, but she was always there.
She was always watching it.
Always there.
And even she was very dedicated even to the lives. Like it was a job to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
a raison d'etre. That was a reason why she felt she was here. She was just always part of it. Yeah. Strongest, in my view, the strongest pillar of the foul play community, in my opinion.
I agree.
I don't think foul play would be what it is today without Bree. She was absolutely solid. Yes. First class.
Yeah. She was. Well, she is.
Yeah.
She is. She's absolutely an amazing person. And an amazing friend. Like when I first came into the community, when I first came into foul play, I just had like a really awful negative experience with another group of people, and it was very difficult and a hard time for me, and she was always there and always lifting my spirits, and she basically she like built me up basically, and
very encouraging,
very encouraging, very reminding, and she would be the one that would say something.
I'll be back in a moment.
Why are you upset about these people if they don't, or anything like that? Like I don't. Obviously, I can't tell you exactly, but like, just her in general attitude of it was why get upset about this?
She was one of those people that just let things roll off her back.
Yeah.
She really tried to.
Nothing ever surprised her. Yep. No, nothing ever surprised her. And she was really good about, like, you might think what you're about to tell her is going to shock her. And she would make it seem like it was no big deal.
Been there, done that.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And she has in a lot of those things.
Yeah.
I know she was like my mom from the MAM community. In fact, she offered to adopt me at one point when I was at my lowest, and really kept me going when I could have just disappeared too, encouraging you to stay, fighting and being yourself and loving you for who you were,
I'm living in Arkansas, and I've always lived in the city. I've never been a country girl from New England. And I could talk to her about horses all day long. And she knew so much about horses that I just was like in awe because I never got to grow up around horses. I never
Yeah.
had experiences with them. The only one experience I did have was negative, and it was just I was very little, and it was through a babysitter. But ultimately, her and I would have conversations about. She would tell so many different stories about these horses, and so to see that they brought a horse in for her to spend time with was absolutely amazing.
That was
It was
fantastic.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't she used to say she was a horse whisperer?
Yes.
I remember that. Yeah, she used to talk about her stepfather and then her experiences with horses with him, and
Right.
yeah, Mhm. She said it was like a father to her, more of a father than
Yeah.
yeah. I loved hearing her stories about her childhood. Or just in general, she would tell us like she used to talk about her time. She actually lived out here in Arizona. She lived in Tucson.
She lived in Illinois too. Yep.
Yeah, and she used to talk about living down in Tucson and how it was back in the what was it, the 80s or 90s or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like she had so much like fun stories and like interesting stuff that happened to her and or people she knew, and she really lived a very like really awesome life, you know?
I want to say though, she is probably the perfect example of, to what it is to live, to
Mhm.
enjoy your life, to live your life in the fullest,
Yeah. Ow.
And in the now, you know.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Who cares about that stuff? That's over. Let's
Yeah.
Yeah.
tomorrow's another day and it'll bring you good fortune, like always like that
Mhm.
positive.
That's what I appreciated about her. She just reminded you to go do. If you wanted to do something, go do it.
Go do you.
Yep.
And don't be afraid to do you.
She was a free
So
spirit.
yes, she was.
She is.
Free
Yes,
spirit.
she is. She is.
Loved life, loved humanity. Just a very positive human being, in every sense of the word. A beautiful person. Yeah. Good girl.
Yeah. Very smart.
Good memory.
Good. Yeah. Ridiculously good memory.
Phenomenal memory for detail. Absolutely incredible. Just
She could tell you what you
amazing.
said like, a
Amazing.
year ago.
Yeah.
A bit like
Yeah.
Jinx, if you want to know anything about this case, about the Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey case, I always refer to Jinx. But there are a couple of people, and B was one of them, a phenomenal memory for detail. Is you could go on and you could talk about something, and she wouldn't do it deliberately to sort of upset you or to make you look bad. But if you got something wrong, she'd correct you in the nicest way, and she'd say,
Yeah.
that, an absolutely phenomenal, amazing memory for detail.
That's where me and her differ. She would do it in the nicest way, and I'd be like, "No, you're wrong."
Yeah.
In the meanest way, and that's where
Oh,
me and her are different.
Yeah.
Well, but and like one thing I really appreciated about her, she was just real. She didn't. It's not like
She had a very
Yeah.
maternal sort of nature about her, and,
Yeah.
and sort of, she was very loving in that respect. She's just the world needs more people like B. Absolutely.
She's very motherly with all of us. Yeah.
Very warm, always very friendly,
Compassionate.
never dismissive, very patient, very tolerant. She'd take a lot of shit. She'd sit there and she'd listen to anything you ever had to say, however much you disagreed with it. She was
Yeah.
always very, very amicable, very friendly, and sort of she'd never condemn you or sort of put anyone down. She's just lovely.
The world
Very
needs
patient human being.
the world definitely needs more BBs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And if anything in all of this has taught me, to be yourself and do what feels right and just live your life and love the people that are around you while they're still here. Sorry, I'm not peeing, I'm making coffee.
Oh, you're funny. You're so
I
funny.
don't hear tinkle. I just hear something moving around like a cup. So I wouldn't have even thought.
I didn't know the stream of the coffee going in my cup, but
Over the past year, I've been like totally, all the kids have moved out, and we've been through battles, even in court, and everything has turned out well. But now I am renovating the house. I had to tear out my bathroom, and I mean, it has been a nightmare, but we're getting there. So I've been working like crazy, and that's pretty much the gist. That's it for me for this whole last year. Just chilling, trying to learn how to enjoy my empty nest, if you know what I mean.
yeah. I'm happy that some of her BB's kids were living with her up until
Yeah.
this point.
They still are.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure because I thought one of them was married.
Well, her daughter doesn't live there, but I think her sons do.
Yeah. But it's good that she had or has people still close
Surrounding her.
to her. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that comforts me to know that she has that still right now. Her kids sounded like amazing people.
Yes.
I met Zach. He's awesome.
Didn't he drive them out there? Her and Linda.
Yeah. He drove them. He drove all the way from their house to the rally house, dropped off, BeeBee and Linda, and then drove all the way back home. And then came all the way back out again just to pick them up.
Wow.
That's lovely. I'm glad he did that.
He's a good kid,
Good
She
son.
raised kid. He's like my age, but she raised awesome people, and you can tell.
Daughter-in-law.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say that because I don't. But she used to call me her daughter-in-law. Yes.
She was pushing for it.
Yeah, she was really hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know she did tell me before she left, before we left the rally house, she did say, please watch over please make sure my kids are okay. Because like what Sammy said, she knew this was coming for a while. So I don't know if they're listening or not, but I am here if anybody needs anything.
We all are, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know how to reach me, Carrie, from Facebook. So
Yeah.
if you need to get a hold of anybody, I can certainly pass you along to anybody.
Right.
Sammy or Wiz.
As far as I'm concerned, her family's our family.
Yes.
BeeBee was our family.
And our hearts are with them right now.
Yeah.
Well, if BeeBee's hearing this, I wanted her to know how very much I love her, how much I cherished the years that we did spend together on Discord and getting to know each other, and her dealing with my drama ass because it was never a dull moment in my house. So I just can't thank her enough for the kindness and the love that she shared with me, she really did touch me in a way. I never had someone in my family even to talk to the way that I could talk to Bee.
Same here.
So I want to say thank you, BeeBee. I love you.
Thank you, BeeBee, for loving us.
Thank you, Bee. We love you too.
And I'm also happy for you, BeeBee, because I know you're going to go meet your family.
Yeah. Hey, Susan. Susan's joined us.
So, I mean, you know what I mean, BeeBee. I'm happy that you're going to see your son again.
Oh.
And your mom and your dad. And I'm just, we'll miss you, but we'll see you soon, too.
They say something in the show I watch called The 100, and they say, "May we meet again." And that's what I want to say to you. May we meet again. I know we will, and I love you.
Yeah, we love you, BeeBee. And I know you're going to be haunting our ass, too. So don't think that if something doesn't fall off my bookshelf, I know it's not going to be you.
It's going to be her.
Just so you know, BeeBee, I'm already on to you. But yeah, we all love you.
Very much.
So in case you're wondering, we're all asking you to please haunt us. Sorry, let's get a little giggle in there.
Yeah. Like
I
I said,
wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind.
Come and visit me in my dreams anytime, girl.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, Sammy, I don't know if Sammy dropped out or...
She waved. I don't know if that was her saying goodbye or not.
Yeah. But yeah, if, you know, if anybody else has anything they'd like to say or...
Well, I do want to say, Susan says, "Love you, BeeBee," and Catnip says, "Miss you and love you, BeeBee." So
Yeah.
they are here.
Yeah. I know in Foul Play they all have messages of love for you too. Yeah, I'm gonna read some stuff. Just
I think Foul Play is working on something also. So
are they?
I sent a message to Zoe to put into the thing they're working on, and you can send them messages to Zoe. There's in the announcements you can see it on Foul Play. Also, I mean, I sent it to her daughter already, but
Yeah.
they can put it into the video as well. And I think they're gonna do some video of messages of love to BeeBee. So if you are out there and you want to say something on voice or video, please, do so and send it off to Zoe or someone in the Foul Play team. And they'll make sure that it gets to her some way or another.
Well, I'm sure it'll definitely get to her. And here, I think I saw, because I know her. What am I trying to say? I know she's got so much love and support even beyond Foul Play. Like Foul Play was probably just like a tip of the iceberg of all her experience. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say.
All the people that she's touched.
Yeah.
It's not just Foul Play. I mean, she had a Twitter account, a Facebook account. She's got the people in her life, in her, direct life. She loved them all.
Yeah.
And they all love you back.
Yeah. And I know a bunch of people that are so new to this case that are seeing all this love coming out for you, BeeBee, that they wish they would have known you like we did.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll never be forgotten. Bee,
No.
you will never be forgotten, girl. Never.
Never.
Nope. Nope, you are ingrained in our hearts. That's for sure. I might even get a bumblebee tattoo.
Yeah, Susan's just said there, reason BeeBee is the reason I'm in foul play, and the same goes for me as well. If it's B that sort of brought me into this when I first joined the Discord group. Like I say, B was always there. You know, she'd morning, noon, and night. B was always there. She'd go and have her afternoon nap or whatever, but she'd always sort of re-emerge and back in there. Absolute trooper. She was just every day. It was like a reason for being. She was there. She would talk to anyone coming in, and I believe that the sort of the chat room actually she built it. It was all about BeeBee. It wouldn't have gotten off the ground if it wasn't for BeeBee, because no one was ever in there. But when you popped in there, B was there. And
BeeBee was there, yeah.
she built it. It's all because of B. Foul play. Foul play is the group it is today because of B.
I'm in there because of Linda, and I would be chatting. Wait, listen. We'd be chatting, and then she'd be like, I got to go to foul play, voice. And I'd be like, well, what do you mean?
I was going to say,
I can't go in there. I'm not in Discord. I can't go in. So sure enough, I ended up back in foul play.
Well, I was going to say,
and then
Linda.
I was always on the voice with BeeBee. If it wasn't for her being there every day, I probably wouldn't be there either.
Same as that.
Linda was the reason why I joined Discord at all, period, or foul play. But BeeBee was one of the definitely main reasons why I stayed in foul play.
That's right.
And showed up every day to voice just to talk to her.
But they're two very similar personalities, actually,
yes,
Linda and BeeBee. And they were the best of friends. And I love Linda to pieces. I've got most respect for Linda and B. They're just absolute fantastic human beings. They really are absolutely lovely, big hearts, bigger than the house. And once they took you in as a friend, that was it. You got a friend for life. They were absolutely fantastic people.
I know whenever I entered into the voice chat, she would always say, "Hey, cutie."
Yeah.
And then I knew when Linda entered the voice chat, she'd always say, "There's my girl."
Yep.
She I think she used to refer to me as, what was it, her internet husband or something like that.
Her man.
And
there's my man. There's my man.
Probably sitting at home at her computer, and her husband's sitting there, and he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Your internet?"
There's my sexy voiced man.
But wouldn't he be surprised when he found out that none of the men got the choices of their internet wives?
Yeah, no, the men in the community don't have the choice. Us women, I've already fine. Yeah, BeeBee definitely claimed wizard here. She told you the rules of Discord the second you joined. And she would tell you in the office chat, come to voice, click on the voice tab and come in here and talk to me.
Yeah.
And then she would give you all the rules of Discord, especially on how to leave the chat.
Yeah, Susan says how to leave the chat, warning you that you could hear everything. She would remind me to always hit mute before you leave because of that. And I never, ever do.
Yep. I actually I had that experience when in Brendan talks, somebody didn't sign out a chat and they sat there all night and luckily nothing happened. But I immediately thought of BeeBee. I was like, dang, we need to. I'm newer to foul play Discord, but she sounds like a wonderful person, and I wish I got to know her. I
do believe she was on Rubber Ducky's channel too before foul play, so you might remember her from from those earlier days with those videos. I believe she was.
I'm going to plug Powder Puff podcast. It was something that Sammy came up with.
Yeah.
That you could hear BeeBee in a lot. I know if you go back a year or two ago, she was on the open mics and all that.
They did. She was on the reading with the Uncle Ken. A couple of those in the beginning.
Yep. She was, like I said, she was very dedicated to the foul play, and in the very beginning, she very much, this was her job. She treated it like a 9-to-5 job.
She was very dedicated to the boys that are wrongfully accused, but she was very dedicated to the community as a whole.
She put in more of her time to the foul play than anyone else.
Yes, she did.
And she was at home, whatever she was doing, but she was never away for long. She was always there, and there's no one put in as much time to foul play as Bee did.
Yeah,
she said, like I said, I've said it before, I'll say it 1,000 times. She was there all day, every day. She might be gone for a couple of hours while she sort of got a couple of hours sleep or whatever. But first chance she got, she was back. She was in that voice channel, and she had time for everybody.
Yep.
Yes, she did. She would make time for you.
Yeah.
She would check on you if you needed to be.
She was never far away.
Yeah, she was just a very, very caring and wonderful person.
Utterly committed.
Yeah.
And not like in the straight jacket kind of way.
No, that's right. Yeah.
None of us are addicted or obsessed, okay?
I don't know. Maybe she needed committed. Maybe she needed committing, getting involved with a gang like us. It's like,
maybe.
What can you say?
She liked her naps. Yeah, she did. She did like her naps. She had a morning nap, I believe, because she woke up really early.
Yeah, because she'd be on at like 6 o'clock in the morning,
yeah.
And I'd be up and I'd be like, wait, you're on already? I'm like barely out of bed.
Yeah.
Yep, and she had to take her nap, and yeah. Yeah, I posted the link to the Powder Puff podcast playlist if anybody wants to check it out.
And there was the Google chat as well, wasn't there? I think she was part of that.
The Hangouts.
Yeah, that sort of thing. I mean, I'm as you know, I'm not into this computer lot. I've never been particularly great with technology, but I was never into it. But when it all first started up, there was Bee. She was always there, morning, noon, and night, first, middle, and last. And if there was anything left, Bee was there again, first in the queue again. She was always there. Always.
Yeah. Yeah, she was.
She's
and she knew everything that was happening anywhere too, by the way. Everything. Like, you could ask her, like, what happened with this? And then she'd tell you. Like,
an absolute credit to the channel.
Yeah. Well, of course she did. That's her husband, her internet husband.
And what that all means, by the way, is that like us girls just sit around and giggle about how we have crushes on boys.
Yeah,
because that's really all it is.
It's just internet crushes.
It's nothing more than that.
Not really.
Nope.
Just internet crushes. Just us going, he's so cute.
I think I called all of them for myself, and they're like, "No, you can't
At
do
one
that."
Point, yeah, you can't. I was like,
"Why?
Fine, internet husband. You can't do that.
I think she almost started a fight one afternoon, didn't she? It's like No, listen, Wizard's
Nope, he's
mine and all the
mine.
rest of it.
He's
and
mine.
yeah,
You
upset
got to put up
everybody
your
else.
dukes, girl. Come
Because you all
on.
wanted a piece of the pie, right?
I'm
Sean
telling
was-
you,
Sean
that
was wishing it was a Jello wrestling match.
oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
We should do in honor of BeeBee, we should have a Men of Ma'am calendar.
Men of Man calendar.
Men of Ma'am.
Can we put, like, for all of them, should we put Bernie Sanders sitting in the background?
Never mind Bernie Sanders. What about Colonel Sanders?
See, Sammy likes that
They're
idea.
all half nude, and then he's there with his coat and his gloves.
Oh, see, now Susan is not hitting on you. Wink, wink.
Not much.
You are a very attractive fellow there.
Oh, I can't whistle
Not
anymore.
so much these days. I've lost a bit of
I used
weight,
to have
you
to
know.
whistle for
I've got,
Bee. Because she couldn't whistle, and I used to have to whistle for her, and now I can't even whistle. Sorry, Sean. What were you saying, Sean?
What were you saying?
I cut you off.
Oh, you look a lot better than I feel. Yeah. I'm starting to feel that way too. I'm getting old, man.
You are somewhere for Christmas. What you
That sounds good. Who's gonna
What,
set up the
11
photography?
pictures yours was for Christmas?
We can throw some other men in there. I got a few names.
There's yours. There's Wizard. There's
I'm pretty sure Jax
I've never
is
been a
somebody's
jealous sight, but don't.
husband.
I've never been a jealous sight. But don't you go talking around about
Banana
other people
Man.
around, about other men around me. You're gonna upset me now. So you be very careful, right?
Isn't J-Jax Nosy's internet husband?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, and then we can even try to get TikTok Manitowoc up there.
Yeah, she's got two just like I do.
Yeah, and he's
They
Banana
had to
Man.
narrow me down from 10, so
Stacy Seabrook.
yours.
Yours.
Well, Stacey's always been Jinx's thing, isn't it? As you know, Jinx's other half.
my crush,
Yeah.
It's still a secret.
but not my only one.
No, yeah. You and
might be
Nosy.
picky. What I mean, I can have them all.
Yeah, Ripper's another one.
Ripper's not my. That's Linda's. Linda's.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
I'll let you have Stacy, but I'm keeping yours. Nobody's taking that one.
I mean, I met
We'll pass
Stacey
them
last
around a
year in
little bit.
London.
This is so bad.
We're
Stacey's a good-looking man. Don't worry about that. He's a bit tonk. Yeah, he's a good-looking guy. I mean,
Just like
I'm
always,
not that
we
way
got
inclined
Wiz here
myself,
listening.
but you know what I mean. He's a good-looking fella.
To us objectify men.
Yeah, don't mind us, BeeBee. We're objectifying the men in the community just the way you would want us to.
horrible.
Keeping
it going for you.
Listen, one of you ladies should start a Playgirl magazine. You know that, yeah? become a female Hugh Hefner. Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Did they already have a Playgirl magazine?
We don't know that.
You'd probably sell. I reckon you'd probably
Luckily,
sell
there's
more
no
copies
men
of
watching.
Playgirl than
one
Playboy
in the
ever
chat.
sold.
Last time I said J-Jax's name 3 times, he showed up. So
J-Jax. J-Jax. Beetlejuice. She was really good at Beetlejuicing people too.
He was.
Talking and you'd say somebody's name and poof, there they would be. It was like
But,
magic.
she's a witch.
Shit.
Yeah.
Remember?
So that's perfect for wizard then. Witches and wizards.
Remember? Okay, I got brand new headphones, and I can't remember exactly what happened. But I had brand new headphones, and she said something, and then they broke. I remember that. I was like, BeeBee, what are you, like a witch or something? She's like, sorry.
Just psychic.
She is. She was very intuitive. Yeah. She was very intuitive. She could read any situation.
Very intelligent woman, and got a lot of common sense. She's got a lot of street smarts. She's just a very down to earth, logical human being, and it should always, however difficult you might see a situation as becoming for yourself, or particularly, should always have the right thing to say. Should always kind of offer you the guidance in which way to think about it before you acted. And it would say, no, look, think about it like this, or approach it in this way. And she was just very, very sensible, logical. She's an extremely intelligent woman. Yeah. As sort of countrified as she might be, I'll tell you what, a lot of wisdom there, a great amount of wisdom, and she was always sort of happy to offer that sort of support and guidance. And she, you know what, she was, more often than not, she was spot on with it. She was absolutely, yeah.
She was like,
yeah, very wise, a lot of wisdom. And that's a rare thing today.
She could break down any situation for you and make you look at, and she'd even play devil's advocate a lot on certain things.
However difficult something might seem, she'd always, she had a way of sort of breaking it down, disseminating it and separating it into its constituents. And she'd look at it this way and that way and all the rest of it. And she'd always have a little bit of wisdom. She'd always have some really good advice to it. Not advice. Advice sounds a bit patronising. That's probably the wrong word, because that was never be. But she'd always try to encourage you to look at things in a different way. However bad you saw your own situation or circumstances around you, she'd always she'd have a different mindset to it. And she'd try to get you thinking like that. And I'll tell you, an amazing human being. What a fantastic intellect. She really did have the most. She was just electric with her intelligence. She was just really, really clever and very smart. Just wisdom.
Yeah.
Very, very, very clever. Very intuitive. Very smart.
Yeah, she's just
very smart.
Really on top of things, really knew how to read people.
That's what she was. She was
She probably knew me better than I knew myself.
Or that's what she
And that's saying something, because I'm a very private person. I mean, myself and some of the ladies in the group, you know, we've had a few chats, you know, on a more personal level, and it's an amazing group of people. You really are, all of you. It's just fantastic. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, I get what Susan's saying. Yours calls him mom, calls Susan mom.
Yeah. So if he's my internet husband, does that make you my mom-in-law? My internet mom-in-law? But he is. He was always there with us ladies.
Yeah, I like yours. I like all you guys. All you guys are good peoples.
I used to, I mean, ladies, man, listen, there aren't many ladies in London, let me tell you.
You had all the ladies
you know,
of foul
this
play.
is the United Kingdom. You know, it's the land of lords and ladies. But I'll tell you what, there are very few ladies around these days. Yeah, they're all a bit sort of rough now. You know, it's just, and that's no offence to any of the females watching, but you know, it's just, yeah, there are very few ladies around these days.
I shouldn't say it, but some of them have penises now.
Acting like a gentleman, or behaving like a gentleman or a lady is a lost art. Parents don't teach that anymore. You know, to find a young man with good manners is a rare thing in London these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I experience it, I always sort of, I always sort of credit them with that and compliment them on it. Yeah. And, you know, thank you, because please and thank you is a very, very basic sort of lesson that you want to teach your kids. Good manners are a thing of the past. And, it's sad, really, but it's just at the modern age within which we live, I suppose, really. Sad, but it's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I feel that way over here too. So it's not just a London problem.
We live in a very selfish age where instant sort of gratuity, instant gratitude is demanded. You know, people want everything immediately. Back in the day, if you wanted something, you'd be prepared to go to work for it, save up your money. These days, like a lot of the kids, as the minute they're born, they're given iPhones, iPads, PlayStations, and all the rest of it. They've got all the latest sportswear. They get everything instantly. It's not like it used to be. And so the thought that sort of, you got to learn to appreciate the things that you want and be prepared to go out there and work for it, save whatever disposable income. Those days are gone. People want things now. They're not prepared to wait for it anymore. And it's sad, really, because it's not the way that a society should be run. Kids demand everything at the drop of a hat, and it's not the way to go. It really isn't. It's sad.
Yeah. It is sad, but I do feel like things come in a circle. And I think
there's sorry.
Yeah. But well, it's getting late over here. I know it's probably really late where everybody else is. I'm gonna try to stall until Jinx comes back because I'm sure she wants to say some last things. But is there anything you want to end this with, Sean?
Well, before I go, I'd like to apologise to BeeBee for not reaching out sooner. I'll live with that. Unfortunately, that's to my detriment. I'm really sorry about that. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you like you were there for me, girl. I just want you to know I love you. Don't ever forget. I've never forgotten you. Never forgotten any of you. But B, always in my heart, girl. I love you. I'll see you soon. Don't worry about it. I'll see you soon. That's it.
Thanks.
What's that? I had to
We're
walk
gonna-
away for a minute. I'm
we're
wrap
gonna-
this up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay,
Ready?
well, B, I just want you to know that you are very appreciated. I love you. I want to thank you. And I hope these messages get to you and you go on your journey with love from all of us, from everyone in the community. And if the family needs anything, please feel free to reach out. We're all here for you too. And that's all I got.
Becca, thanks for having me on this morning. I really appreciate it. All the
Yeah.
best, love. Yeah.
Thank
Jinx,
you for being here.
you're welcome. It's a pleasure. Thank you. Jinx, I'll reach out to you another time soon, girl. All right?
All right.
We'll
Love you,
talk soon.
Sean.
All right.
Yep.
And you. Listen, ladies, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I hope to see you soon. All right?
You too.
Take care. All the best. All my love. Bye.
Love you, Sean.
Bye.
May we meet again.
Yeah. I hate myself.
May we meet again.
Yeah, may we meet again. We'll see you soon, Jinx. Not Jinx. Well,
We love
Bee.
you.
Yeah, we love you, and yeah, we'll see you soon. And yeah, if her family's listening, yeah, we're here for you guys too. So don't be afraid to reach out to us, and if there's anything we can do or help out with. I know some of you have been talking with Jinx, so yeah. And yeah, we love you so much, BeeBee, and
Big hugs. Feel
Yeah.
it now. They're all in your heart. I'm sending them to you. Love you, love you, love you.
yeah. All right. I don't know how to end this because I don't
Just say good night.
say good night. I was gonna say I don't know what video to play or song or anything, so I'm just gonna say good night, and I love you all, and make sure you tell somebody or tell everybody that you love that you do love them, because life is just too darn short. So thank you, everybody.